Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Real Sociedad match preview, in which is the second leg after we beat them 4-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-0 away. So, we're coming home. Yeah, I'm gonna put it simple. There is a chance we can bottle it, don't get me wrong, there is a chance. But there should be no ways we bottle it. There should be absolute no reason why we bottle this game. So we're gonna be speaking about it, predict the team, tactics, what we would like to see. But before we get into it, if you are new, please do subscribe, smash that like button, comment, all those good things. And yeah, gentlemen, I myself have not had power for 2 days. Luckily, it just came before the preview. City Power, they knew otherwise it was going to go down if I didn't have electricity. But yeah, boys, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling going in towards this juicy game? I would like to say.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling quite alright, to be honest. Yes, I'm not completely ignorant to the problems that United have. I know we're not perfect. I know Ole still needs to improve a lot of things. But for me, gents, I think it's crunch time now. It's throw the kitchen sink time. It's time to just get results and finish this bloody season. And that's my main priority. And that's not me saying I won't complain about the ins and outs. But then I think at the end of the day, if we get the results and just get over the line, I'll be happy for the season. And yeah, if there's ever any game to take the piss, I think it's this one. I don't want to see Bruno. Bruno mustn't travel. He must chill at home and watch on his TV. And Rashford. I don't want to see him anywhere.
Death wish. It's a proper death
That's
wish.
death wish. That's a
I
death
can
wish. I would
feel
not
it
start them, but I would definitely have them on the bench just in case something
Yes.
goes down.
Yeah, because
Gents,
Sociedad score 4, it's late.
since we're 4 away goals.
Yeah,
we're 4.
but this is United.
There's
This is
no way.
United.
There's no way. We're not that bad. You guys are exaggerating the manner. And if we play that team, I think that team will probably win. Because
I
to
also
be
think this
honest,
team will win.
I thought Sociedad were quite poor last week. And I'm not worried whatsoever. I won't lie to you guys.
Oh, Clay, how was your trip to Cape Town as well?
I feel the same. I just feel like it's a 4-0 aggregate. If we choke this, serious questions have to be asked. Because Sociedad was so poor in the first leg, as just bang average as we were. Sociedad were just so shit, and if they bring that same mentality down to Old Trafford, there's nothing we can take except going to the next round. So honestly, we can't bottle this. If we somehow bottle this, I'm waiting for that organ malota and the deed to the house, and it's gonna be that bad
I'll
of a
give it to you.
situation. You like we can't bottle this. We really can't. I don't care if we're playing that team, if we're literally playing our youth team, and just Ollie even stays at home. We bring our entire under 23 squad. We should still get a result out of this.
I agree.
If we
We're
bottle
in
this
such a
team,
good position.
if we bottle this game, I'll say Oli out.
Ravinha
happen,
for.
It's not gonna happen though. It ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying that because I know it's not gonna happen.
This has to be one of the easiest games right now, but somehow has so much pressure
Exactly.
on the list.
So that's why, tactically we know what we're gonna get. Actually, I doubt. I would like to say that Real Sociedad might change their ways, but I doubt. How Spanish teams are. So they probably they have to go for it. So there is no choice, which means United can play their way. Sit back, nice, counter, and
Smack them.
we'll probably smack them if we do have to counter them. So tactically, I'm not worried that much. But the team selection is what I am very, very, very interested in, because this is what this whole game is about for me. Resting certain players, playing certain players, with that in mind that big games are coming up. It's not so often that even the other teams are going to be playing, like the Chelseas, like anyone else who's playing Europe, that but as soon as the first leg is done, you don't have to worry about the second leg. We are fortunate, we got our job quite done in the first leg, so we can afford to rest players. Chelsea can't really do that. Other European teams can't do that. We are very fortunate. So team selection is going to be exactly, and we can't be stupid. We cannot be stupid. I am one who wants to win the Europa League desperately, but even I, if I had 4-0 in the bank, will play a weaker team for this leg. And even though I'm looking at this team on my left, I like this team, but the midfield pivot and the right back, I like this team. Axel, we'll get to the whole the whole shebang. But I do like this team. But do you guys want to talk about anything tactically, or do you guys pretty much agree with me that Sociedad is gonna play the way they do, maybe even go for it more? Which is gonna allow us to counter, and then we're just gonna punish them on the counter.
I'm not completely happy about the team because, to be honest, I don't even want further matches to play. But what choice do you have, really? Because who else is there to play right now? So that kind of sucks. And I'd even take more of the piss and play one of Mason and Martial and play Mata in place of the other one.
Wow.
Well, like that's the one I want to play against Chelsea.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say.
not sure which one Ole wants to play.
But like I said, but tactically though, do you expect anything different besides them going for it and us counter-attacking them, punishing them?
I don't expect anything different because, as we said, they're a Spanish team. We know how they play. And if they couldn't do it in the first leg when they shouldn't concede an away goal, when they should keep it tight and take it to Old Trafford, they're definitely not going to do it now when they're losing 4-0. Yeah. So it's late for Sociedad in this game. And in that game, I just saw a massive gulp in quality between United and Real Sociedad in terms of players. So I'd just give them no chance in this game, honestly.
I am just fearful, just for the fact that they were very sloppy, and to get to this stage in the competition, you obviously cannot be a mediocre team. Again, Sociedad are a decent team. They shouldn't be a challenge to United, but if they start actually taking smaller touches, actually controlling the ball better, getting themselves into the same positions, we could be in a lot of danger. And as much as we should still walk away with this no matter what team we put out there, I am a little bit worried that we're going to underestimate them, or we're going to overestimate them and overcompensate with our team being too strong. And I don't know which one I would rather prefer right now. Because right now, Sociedad are in terrible form in general. They haven't really been doing much of note recently. It's been slightly better than ours. I think it was before our game, obviously.
Yeah.
And up to this point, it's about the same in our favor again, though. So I do think they're just going to clean up their game a little bit. I think they're going to try simplify it as much as possible and just try bring the game to Old Trafford. And I don't know how they're going to pull it off because they know our counter-attack's lethal. They were on the bad end of that. But again, we're at home. We have such a poor home record this season. That's something we have to know as well. So there's so many things that should be stacked against us to an extent. But again, that 4-0 away is something we cannot...
we can still lose this game. We could lose this game, but we're just speaking in general. We're going through.
I just think... Especially because we're going to sit back and counter. This team is too good to get smashed. As you say, it might lose, but I think it's way too good to get smashed.
Yeah.
Especially against Sociedad.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was, I don't know, Leipzig.
And I want to ask you before we speak about this team here. Would you guys be mad if, let's say, this team here lost, 2-1 or 3-1 or even 1-0? Any loss that obviously still gets us through, how mad would you guys be?
I told you. For me, it's about results here. So let me just get that out of the way. But I would be because I still do think there's a better team than Sociedad's first team, honestly. And it'll be our own doing if we lost this game, or if we lost this game, it'll be our own doing because we're probably flat and we just didn't click something like that.
Clear?
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to be frustrated if we put in a poor performance. Otherwise, if it's just like a 1-1 or something and we looked okay and we mostly did our job, then I wouldn't have too much to complain about. But yeah, I'm just thinking the worst case scenario here that Sociedad turn up, this team gets smacked, and then what are we going to do? Then what are we going to do? Just sit here and go, why? How did we pull that off, boys? That's all I'm thinking right now.
I haven't even mentally prepared. I haven't written down a single note for if an upset happens. I haven't. I'll be honest with you. So if that somehow does happen,
so low, but
you would want to be here. That's what I'm gonna say. If you're a rival fan, because I know a few rival fans watch, and we somehow choked this, you trust me, you'd want to be here on that match reaction.
That's gonna be so real.
Exactly. But yeah, anyways, boys, I think
I'd be speechless. I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't lie to you guys.
Hour of silence.
An hour of silence, literally, that'll be our match reaction. But anyways, boys, I think that's pretty much everything to do with tactics, results, obviously with goal score predictions. But let's talk about this team because I think evidently that's where all the excitement is about this game. Getting to see certain players we don't really get to see, whether it's because they're young or Oli doesn't trust them or they're just not in the plans. It could work out good. Let's just say this team does do matters. Let's say this team beats them 5-0. Then they're like, okay, let's ask some questions. Let's ask some questions about ourselves. So starting in goal, there is no doubt, Dean Henderson. I mean, we will have our says about the goalkeeping situation, but Dino's our European Cup goalkeeper. There is no other way. There is our league goalkeeper, and that's it. What it is. So, yeah, no complaints. Dino is gonna play. Yeah.
There's a weird part of me that will feel a little bit more comfortable if Dean Henderson played against Chelsea. I won't lie to you, a small part of me, because I don't know. I feel like sometimes in these big games we make stupid mistakes. So yeah, but it's gonna be Dean Henderson because he's definitely good enough and he needs the game time.
Yeah, no question about it. Dino.
Left back, Alex Telles, obviously good game to assure. Like I said, hectic games come up for United. We're very fortunate in the second leg. We all like Alex Telles. If there ever is a position where United is like, you play either of our left backs, so you're not really going to complain. Obviously, Luke Shaw is amazing, probably the best left back in the league at the moment. But Alex Telles, I'm super excited for Telles to play in this game. And I've got no doubt about Alex Telles playing this game.
To be honest, I think he's been a little bit underwhelming. I don't think that's completely his fault. I think the system does affect him. But I don't know. I felt like we expected more going forward.
Oh, 100% we expected more. 100% we expected more.
Yeah, a lot of us, when we were signing and went on YouTube and looked at clips of what he did at Porto, it was fantastic. I haven't seen any of that. Maybe it's my fault for being that naive. But yeah, he needs game time, and hopefully we can see the player we thought we were signing.
Yeah, I just have to say, I don't think Telles has been awful this season.
Really awful. He's been slap bang average.
Yeah, slap bang average. We've seen a bit of his creative side. We haven't seen him create a goal really, but that happens, especially when you're playing a system that tries to cross, but nobody knows how to pick up the end of a cross.
Yeah.
So again, I do think it's more the system on Telles, but yeah, I would very much like to see him play. Luke Shaw has a terrible injury record. We need to rest him, make sure he's fit for Chelsea. It's just very simple things that he has to get right now.
Exactly. So Alex Telles will probably play this game, and I like that. Now these two boys, this is where I have question marks, because without a shadow of a doubt, every United fan would want this centre back pairing in this game. But for some reason, Oli loves Harry Maguire. He loves Victor Lindelof. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them played. I wouldn't be surprised even if one of them played. But so I'm not gonna. You guys can obviously say what you think Oli will do. But would you agree with playing that centre back pairing in this game? Because I think Axel needs games. Bai is just Bai, so he has to play Europa League. I think Bai will definitely play, but Axel, he needs games. We played this guy against Mbappe and Neymar. He was fine. So playing him against Real Sociedad, I think again should be fine. No problem, whatsoever. Give him some game time. What do you guys think?
To be honest, I think he should be playing most of the Europa League games because he needs somewhere to prove us wrong and show what he's got. So I do think Axel should be playing more. And because he's played this in the, I think, FA Cup, was it against Watford or something?
Yeah,
he's played
Watford.
this before.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that he's going to play it because, we win before. No, come on, Ole. There's no other place. There's no better place for him to do this, and I'm hopeful he won't. And I think it'd be interesting to see them play together. Last time they went amazing, but I think there might be something in here if we give it a chance.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I do think this is something that we can work on. I think it's something that could be really good because again, it's a lot more youthful than our current centre back pairing as well, and it's something more for the future. But I do have to say, I'm pretty certain we're going to see Harold play. Good old Harry.
Yeah, same.
I don't know who he's going to get paired up with. I don't know where Ollie's thinking right now. Would we bring in Axel, who hasn't really played that much this season? And when he has played, as Ollie, have seen him as a bad performance. I don't know if we're going to see him. So, and if we see Bailly, then we're not going to see him versus Chelsea. So,
boys, I've just made a decision in my life. I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking about Oli. And I'm thinking, right, if we see this centre backs, I think Bruno Fernandes will 100% play. You know why? I don't think I has noticed it yet, but there's no captain in this team. There isn't a captain in this team. Matt could be a captain, but there is no captain in this team.
I think it'll be Matic.
Back in Dino.
It would be Matic. It would be Matic. But that's what I'm saying. So you're not. Yeah.
No.
Maguire would probably
The Captain
play.
Axel once. Captain Axel once.
Oh yeah, actually,
in-
look at the armband.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
just
God.
with the news under the new circumstances. Unfortunately, I don't know if giving him the armband is the
Williams.
best
It's gonna be
idea. I mean, I love Axel, but I'm just saying, for the benefit of his own health, I don't know if it's gonna be good for Axel to have the captain's armband and then just now as a
Williams.
stinker.
Watch.
How bad is Tunzeba's injury record? Was it just one long injury, or
It was
is it
that-
consistently
It was that
injured?
long one.
He was out
injury.
for like a
Yeah.
year. It was like a really bad injury.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah, but
Axel,
I don't know.
he's been through the youth. He's been on the loan spells. He's ready for United. So.
I think Alan needs to give this guy a chance because the big problem with Baez is injury record. Axel could be our solution.
He
for
should have.
free
He should have
on
been
the
given
bench.
his consistent chances
So-
after PSG game. I'll still stand by it. So
He needs game time.
Yeah, but
Because
I just thought I'd bring it
I
up
know
because there is no captain in this team. So yeah, expect Bruno or Maguire to play in this game.
Come on.
No,
Just buy into it, boy.
never,
Buy into the propaganda.
no chance.
I can see it. to
Pretty
be
sure
honest.
Williams captained
I can
youth.
see
I'm
it.
pretty sure he captained at a youth.
I
level.
still say no chance.
And again, I think
I know
Dino's
there's a lot of.
potential.
I
think
rate
there's a lot of
Dino.
people
I
could-
do rate the Dino
I could see
one.
Tony as well giving the game the armband.
Yeah, no chance.
I think it's something Ole would do. I mean, he's given. Okay, Rashford makes sense, but I
That
don't
should
know.
make sense. Yeah.
Homegrown English youth. That's going to be one of our youth on that right side.
Mm.
Dino to Mason. Anyone over there is going to get it.
I rate if you
Anyone
pick
on
this
the
team,
squad gets
Matic is 100% captain. Though.
Give it to Bai.
It's a disaster waiting to happen. But yeah, anyways, I just thought I'd touch on that because Oli, he likes having his captains on the field, so it is what it is. Brandon Williams, obviously he started off at left back at United. We had to use him a lot. I remember when Brandon came on the scene. I loved Brandon Williams. I honestly thought he's gonna knock Shaw on the bench, but then obviously Shaw he came through clutch. So Brandon Williams,
People said he retired. True.
yeah. But I fully would play Brandon Williams. I think it's a great game to rest Aaron Bissaka ahead of Chelsea and all the upcoming games. And I think I back Brandon Williams to play in this type of game and hold the 4-0 lead. Do you guys?
Yeah, I've never really liked him on the right, to be honest. I haven't seen anything positive from there. I've seen some positives on the
It's
left,
been
but
one game at
I
City.
Yeah, it's
okay,
been one
fair.
game.
fair. Okay, fair. So with that in mind, I guess then he needs the opportunity and see if he's a decent right back.
What I would say is there is one more combination. I'm gonna say it now. I haven't written it on the board because I only thought of it now. But this actually might be more realistic. What if you guys seen Maguire, Bai, and then Twanzebe on the right? Because he's
Yeah,
done it
that
before.
sounds like
He's
Ole.
done it before, so
That sounds like Ole.
Does, but I don't like it.
I also don't like it. But I'm just
Still
saying.
don't like it nonetheless,
Only way Maguire doesn't play is we win 8 now. That's the only way Maguire doesn't play.
But yeah, there we go. Food for thought. That's our defense, roughly our defense. Midfield, we've got problems, boys. Paul Pogba injured. Donny and Cavani, well, I got the Cavani, but Donny should be back. And Scott also should be back, but I would not play them in this game because we need to play against Chelsea. And the only reason I put Donny there after he's come from injuries because I don't think Donny is going to play against Chelsea anyways, even if he was fully
Or
fit.
expendable.
Exactly. So, I'd play Donny, and you got no real other choice. So Fred and Matic. I think that's why it's just straight down to those guys.
Honestly, with this midfield, I think we might lose. I think we'll still go through, but I think we might lose this game. Because from what I saw on the weekend, what Magician Fred did, that side passing, with Donny, who isn't a 10, disaster.
It's late.
We're not going to create anything, so it is very worrying. But we'll see. And I would play it, because what else can we do, really?
Exactly. Clay?
I feel Bruno has to rest 100%. He should not be playing this game. There's no use for him to. It's true, unless we're 3 goals down and we just need to score something to keep us in this game and shut them up, then Bruno can come on. Otherwise, can't play him,
Actually,
in my opinion.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Mm.
I wouldn't play Fred, because I think Fred's important. I'd play Donny where Fred is, or either or Matiches, doesn't matter. So I'll play Matiton and Donny and play Mata in the 10.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. I actually, now that you said that, I actually low-key want Ollie to do that. So yeah, fair,
Yeah.
very fair, very fair. Yeah,
That's fair.
that makes a lot of
I
sense.
do think Mata could actually be involved in this game. We don't know.
So would you
I
like?
was
Should I
thinking
change it?
about
Should I change it?
Come on.
Let's,
Maybe.
let's change it. Let's change it. Let's risk.
I'd love to see that midfield of Donny and Mata. Oh,
Yeah, because if you
It'd be
can't,
great
if
for
you
30
can't use Mata,
if you go for 30 minutes,
it'll-
then Mata will get tired. But still, at least we'd have a nice 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That looks half decent. Yeah, it will grind out a result 100%.
So the creativity on these guys, yeah. You. From Donny, Mata, Martial, Diallo. Wow. Real for game. boys.
Matic is our most creative DM, so
And that's
that's
yeah,
our most creative midfield on paper that's fit right now.
Yeah.
If we're just going with creativity alone.
Yeah, prime Mata, not prime Bruno.
So yeah, I do think that's solid. I don't know if I was gonna pick it because it's a mess mentally. We're probably gonna see Bruno, Fred, Matic again,
I'll
same
cry.
midfield,
I'll
and
cry.
he's just gonna grind out a result, and he's gonna go 0-0, and we're gonna raise Bruno's fitness. He's gonna break his legs, and then we're gonna cry, and then we're gonna just get relegated somehow.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, I do like the idea of Donny playing for sure. With Mata, it could work very well though. I do like the idea.
Me also. Well done, Malota. I must give you a round of applause. That's a great midfield. that's probably what Ollie does have to do, definitely.
But I don't think we'll see it because clearly he thinks Donny is Bruno's
Okay,
replacement and
yeah.
Bruno's
That's
playing.
the
And I
problem,
think that's
yeah.
so flawed,
That's the
honestly. Because one, the guy's not a 10, and we're gonna drop massively if Bruno gets injured. We have to bring in Donny, and
Yeah.
he has to do all the creativity. It just won't work.
problem. I agree. But hopefully, touch wood, we get to see that midfield three. The front three. Oh, this is my front three of dreams, boys. Can't even lie to you. This front three is my front three of dreams. Amad Diallo, at minimum, has to play 45 minutes. He has to play a half. At minimum, has to play a half. Whether he starts it, whether he's on the bench, he has to play minimum 45 minutes. Otherwise, I will be marking Ollie a lot down in the match reaction. I'm giving you a heads up now. So Diallo has to play. Obviously, he's a right winger, but Ollie played him on the left wing. So that's very interesting. So I wouldn't be surprised if Diallo plays on the left wing. I think Martial, he needs confidence. He does need game time. So just chuck in Martial. If Cavani's back as well, same thing like the Scott McTominay and the other midfielders. Martial isn't our first choice striker at the moment, so he probably won't play against Chelsea. So play Martial in this game. Rest Cavani for that extra game week, and just keep him fresh for Chelsea. And Mason Greenwood is in the best form. He's getting back to his best self. And, he's looking very sharp, young Mason Greenwood. So I'll play Mason Greenwood, and I have no complaints whatsoever about that front three. I love that front three. I think there is tons of goals in this front three.
I want to butt in quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say this before you start, Martin. I think Ollie could play Mason centrally, move Martial out left, Diallo out right. I think we could see that.
Now, if he does
in
that,
this game.
I'm going to cry. I'll tell you, I'm going to cry.
I feel like a little bit as well, just because he has been pushing Mason into that striker role for the past 2-3 games. He has been.
I think if
really
Mason
trying to
plays
push.
striker, we're not going to see Martial, and Daniel James will play.
I kind of hope that would happen instead as well.
I will cry. I must tell you this again. I will cry.
I was actually about to say a similar thing, but yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused because I don't want to see Martial on the left, but then I also want to see Mason the striker.
Exactly.
But then I also want to rest Rashford, so I don't know where I'm sitting here. And to be honest, as much as I said as a joke earlier, I do think James would play against Chelsea, so I do want to rest him as well. So I think with the compromising, this is probably what we have to do.
Yeah. I think this is what we have to do for compromise. Because that's why I didn't put James there as well. Because I'm probably thinking, either James can play this game and Chelsea, or you might think, I'll rest him here and then play him against Chelsea. Because I think Daniel James will be playing at least for the next 4 game weeks first. That goal sets him up for life. That goal sets him up for a while again. But yeah, Christopher. Shed some light.
But then all these top hitters won't be at home. They'll be on our bench,
Yeah.
and he's gonna bring. When it's Bruno and Rashford on the bench, he brings them on at the right time. When he doesn't,
Yeah, that's the only
use
time
the
he
same
makes the
philosophy
right
for the
sub.
rest of the
Yeah,
players.
the only time he makes the right subs is when Bruno and Rashford are on the bench.
Yeah.
Bloody heck.
I just can't wrap my head over Dan James being first team quality at this point. It is just hurting my brain quite a lot. Just thinking he has to go up against I don't even know who, Rudiger, Aspi, all the centre backs that Chelsea play.
Yep.
I'm just not looking
The thing
forward
is,
to that. That seems terrible in
Won't you
my
go
head.
up against Marcus
I feel
Alonso?
like
I think you would. If he plays on the
I
right
don't want
side.
to talk too much about Chelsea because
Body.
we're gonna have a preview about that. But I feel like Frank Lampard stopped being naive because he kept going for us. And one day he was like, wait a minute, if I just sit back, these guys don't know what to do. So he kept doing that, and then the games were stale or he won. I don't know if Thomas Tuchel knows that yet. So I think he's gonna come out and say, I've got the team and try hit us. And I think we're just gonna hit him on counter and everything. That's how I
Just
see this
touch on
weekend's game.
I do think Tuchel's gonna play how he's been playing for the whole season. I don't think he's gonna change his tactics whatsoever. I think he's very confident in his system right now, and I think we're going to see the exact. We're going to dominate the ball. We're going to limit your chances, limit your space.
Yeah.
That's the kind of game we're going to play. And again, I don't think Dan James is going to work in that because Marcus Alonso's double
I
his
don't know
size.
because
He's going to get absolutely bodied. I don't care about the pace.
I don't
He's
think
literally
they-
gonna walk through a wall.
I don't think they play defensive. I think they
don't
play
play
a
defense,
defensive
they play
shape.
possession. They play possession.
Yeah.
100%. I 100% agree with that.
True, but I feel like whenever you play that, even though Man City pass the ball a lot nowadays, it's harder for other teams to get it. But you know, I feel like you still push up a lot. You still push up a lot, and turnover ball, Rashford, James, I think it'll still work.
I'd never rate James. Same thing, like I will never rate this team to win a trophy until they prove me wrong. That's just right.
And again, there's Diallo right there.
Yeah,
Playing
yeah, and then there's
left wing
Diallo.
slot. I would rather
And
play
then there's
Diallo if you wanted the exact same
I
player as
swear
Dan
to God,
James.
if Diallo doesn't play and James plays, I'm giving Ollie 0. That seriously, I'm giving him a 0. I'm not thinking of this now. I'm giving Ollie 0 if I don't see Diallo.
You
and I
mean in
see
this
Dan
game?
James. Yeah, in this game, 0.
Okay, no, I understand.
But apparently Diallo's not going to start, neither is Shortire, according to Ali.
Actually-
not in
Minus
the
five.
last game.
Hey,
I know, so
hey.
we're in a bit of trouble with that, just from what he said. He said they're not starting. So
I think
yeah,
both of them definitely will start.
Who's
But
starting?
Diallo has to play.
This means Rashford's probably playing.
I don't know.
If Rashford
I-
plays-
I
Easy,
honestly
yeah.
think we're
Minus
gonna see
five.
the first team, boys. I'm dead serious. I think we're going to see a full first team that we'd see in the Prem that we saw exactly against Sociedad last week.
no.
I feel like we're going to
Ah,
copy
no.
and paste, and we're going to grind out a result, and we're going to look at Ollie's naivety, because Rashford's going to go off injured, Lindelof's going to have a sore back halfway through, and then we're just going to go, why? Why did you do that?
It's like, I know Ole makes mistakes, but I don't know. I don't think he's stupid. And I think that
Nah.
would be idiotic. And I just don't see that happening.
I don't think that's idiotic in Ollie's head, because he's done it before, where he's just kept on playing the same players. When does Ollie rotate well?
Yeah,
boys?
but not,
like we've
not
got
in
hope
this
here.
circumstance, though. 4 away goals. 4. No chance.
Where's your man?
Sorry.
If you back him, he would pick this front three. So hopefully he doesn't bottle it and he picks the right front three.
I'm honestly
I'm also hoping because I will cry and I will slate him if he doesn't. But yeah,
because
Clay,
as you said, absolute
front three.
idiocy. Yeah, sure.
the front three. Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
that's
front
my
three.
ideal front three for this game. I have no issues with that. But again, what Ollie's gonna do, I have a very big inclination that we're gonna see Rashi up front. We're gonna see Martial and Mason again, and we're just gonna be like, why? Even James could start, and I don't like that.
I swear to God, if Dan James starts and Diallo doesn't, I am going to go mad. Oh,
This is where City Power took your power, but they knew it was about to happen.
yep.
Ah.
Alright, boys. Well, that was the team. There isn't much to talk tactically, like I said. It's actually a better preview than normal. But what we're going to say about score predictions, basing it on that team. That team. Anyone want to go first?
I think. What do you mean that team? You mean the one,
The one that was on the
the
board.
last team with Donny in it? With
Yeah,
Donny,
with
Matt,
Donny. Yeah.
If you play that one, I think we're gonna smack these niggas. I think we'll smack them. But to be honest, I don't think we'll play that one. I think we'll play with the one with Fred and Matic. But at the end of the day, I still think we'll have a decent win because I think Sociedad are going to be horrible defensively. They're going to throw everything, and I'm going for a 3-1 win.
Woof.
Yeah,
3-1.
I have a very, very terrible inclination for this game. It's just the inside Ollie in me that's going, I'm going to somehow mess this up. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I can go against the boys. I don't think there's a chance in Hull Sociedad progressing. That's honestly so in our favor that if we choke this, I would rather have a preschool teacher coaching our team right now. One that's has to deal with toddlers in a sandpit with a ball, you know? I think that level of tactics could grind out a 4-0 aggregate scoreline right now. But yeah, um, I don't like this because I have a good feeling that we're going to play a full first 11. And I think Sociedad will start fixing a few of their mistakes that they started making, play a lot better and cleaner. So I'm a bit worried because they did find good spaces, but I still do not think we're going to lose this. But I'm almost certain we're going to concede this time round because if Sociedad haven't fixed their mistakes, I honestly think that manager should probably be sacked too at this point. So I think overall, let's go for our classic 2-1.
Classic 2-1.
Yeah.
Now, see, the thing is, I don't see a lot of goals in this game, right? That's my first issue. For some reason, I don't see a lot
I
of
felt the
goals.
same about the first half, though. That's the issue.
So I don't feel a lot of goals in here, but I also would never trust United to keep a clean sheet. So obviously, it's like, in my head, on paper, it's like 1-1. But I don't think we will lose either, and I don't want to do 2-1 because Clayton did it. So I'll tell you what, boys. Because I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals going forward, I think we can score one. But if Bayern Axel play, I rate the clean sheet, so 1-0.
Ooh, I don't think we've ever won 1-0.
Exactly. Mine's probably wrong. Don't bet on it if you're betting it. Don't bet on it. But I would like to see that. I just don't see the goals without Bruno in this team and Rashford in this team.
Yeah.
So 1 is even generous. And clean sheet, I rate it because I like Axel and Bayern. And I prefer them to do well. It's just, Telles, you would think he can still do his job decently enough to get a clean sheet. At young Brandon Williams, you'd hopefully also think the same thing about him. He might not be Aaron Bissaka and Luke Shaw, but surely they can do just enough to keep a clean sheet in this game. So yeah, I'm hoping for 1-0. But yeah, I know Moloto. What do you think, boy? That face, it's saying a lot of things to me. What is it saying?
Gents, I'm in Chelsea. I'm not even thinking about this game. I'm really thinking about Chelsea. Just don't worry. We're gonna cruise through this game.
Yeah, I hope so. There's nothing better than just sitting down, watching United win, and knowing there's no stress. It's not often I get to watch a United game stress-free. Every fucking game, I'm stressed. So it is what it is.
I'm stressed. I don't fully like
I'll
this
be
one.
stressed as soon as they score the first goal. I'm with you. Then boy, we're gonna hold hands. We're gonna hope and pray that you don't bottom it. But until that first goal from Sociedad goes in, I'll be in relaxed mood. But yeah, is there anything else you gentlemen want to say?
I don't know. What else is there to say about this game?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right now, that's a quick summary. We need to focus on Chelsea right now. We need to rest the right players, and if we don't, we are stupid and always should be sacked. Maybe move.
Fair play. I think
Shouldn't
that's
be playing our first team players.
exactly.
We should take the piss. I think we should send Carrick to be head manager. Or
No,
let's
we
just
sent
send
Mickey
home.
Butt Boy. We
Think
literally
about
sent our
this.
under 23s, entire under 23 squad. Let's go.
Hey, we'd all like that as well. But yeah, I think to summarize it, Ollie must pick the right team in terms of the resting and who he needs to play. Focus on a little bit on Chelsea with the Chelsea game in mind. We're very fortunate, like I said, and let's just get the win, and let's just move on to the next round of Europa League, playing wherever we want to play. But yeah, it's been a good show. If you are new, do subscribe, smash a like, comment down below your score predictions, who you'd like to see Ollie pick in this team. Doesn't matter who you think he's gonna pick. Just let us know who you want to see play in this game, and from us, we will check you once again on the best day of the week, Thursday evening. Exactly. And Claire just hit us one more time with the whoa, whoa to end it off. And there we go, boys. We'll check you in the next one.